We've had some wild times and tough times, right?
45-year-old Brian Mado and his partner Marcy Humphrey looked through years of memories, including one that made medical history. Last November, Mado became the first person to participate in a groundbreaking study. It aims to permanently change his DNA by editing a gene inside his body.
When they administered the infusion, I was very nervous, a little bit scared.
Now researchers are sharing early results on Mado and 3 other patients. For some, there are promising signs.
Still very early in the clinical trial, to be too positive, but at the same time, I'm still very encouraged by what we've seen to date.
I did that sample at 6 a.m.
Like Mado, the patients all have Hunter syndrome, caused by lack of a gene that makes an enzyme needed to break down complex sugar molecules. Those molecules can build up throughout the body like a toxic waste.
It can cause all sorts of effects in terms of joint stiffness, heart disease, airways, and in the severe form, they have cognitive impairment.
Mado has a milder form of the disease and knows he's fortunate.
I've met a lot of people that have died at a young age, in their early teens.
The treatment aims to replace the missing enzyme by using proteins called zinc fingers to cut his DNA and insert a working gene.
We can now have the liver produce, the missing enzyme and thereby hopefully prevent all the toxic effects we see in Hunter syndrome.
6 patients are currently in the study. Mado and another patient were given a low dose. Urine tests suggest it has not improved their total levels of the harmful sugars, although one type was lower. However, 2 others who got a medium dose had their sugars decline 51% after 4 months. Doctors say it isn't proof the gene therapy is the reason, but it's a very good sign.
It does suggest the possibility of making enzymes, so only with time if we see the sustained reduction, will be more significant.
Another 2 patients have been tested with an even higher dose, and it's too soon to have results on them.
So they gave us a month's supply here.
The next step is to take some of these patients off their weekly enzyme treatment to see if their bodies can make enough
7
by
vials.
In
themselves.
another 6 months, we'll have a much better sense for the success of this procedure.
Mado says he is hopeful the treatment will succeed.
Hoping that the gene therapy will halt the progression of Hunter syndrome that I have, and that it'll help the younger people.
His role as a medical pioneer, paving the way for others. Kathy Young, Associated Press.